So what be the most craziest thing we do in the secondary school?
I did so many crazy things in the boarding house. I did something very heartless.
Team made reaction when you discussing what I know there.
He came out naked.
You wicked. But I don't ever forgive you. I don't ever forgive you. Welcome my people. This is not your boy Steven. Today I deal with another person. We go tell us the most craziest thing we don't do when we dey school. What be your name, boss?
My name is Uki. You check me online. Uki Tee. Yeah, thank you.
So what be the most craziest thing we do in the secondary school?
And
you man, boarding school you go?
Yeah, I went to a boarding school from just 1 to SS. At UT, I graduated.
What is the most craziest thing we don't do?
I was punished in my secondary school of like washing when I was not supposed to wash.
Yeah.
I was punished
by seniors.
Yeah, by seniors. So, and when it came to my time, I was a senior then. I did something very heartless to a pupil. I later on apologized to the guy because I knew that he could not report me. Yeah. I was in SS3, not just in SS3, but because he was wrong. He stole money actually. So when I found out, I came and they reported to me. I have this thing in me that if you steal something and I come there, I will just know that yes, you are the one that, since you were around, and like somewhat, so my instincts will tell me that you are the one. And most of the times I've caught people like that. So when I came, I caught him stealing, and I had already soaked my white towel. I washed it, and then while I was judging the issue, I was washing my towel. I gave him my towel. He held it with his 2 hands, run round the hostess till my towel got dried up. So
so you give her your towel, man, you hold her like this, run,
and it was shaking and all sweating.
Which class you did that time?
I was in SS3 then.
You wicked.
But I did it because someone had already punished me doing something like that. So, but I later on apologized to him. I told him to not steal again, and then it was a lesson learned. We are best friends of now. We have graduated.
I don't ever forgive you. I don't ever forgive you. I don't ever forgive you.
But it wasn't my fault. I was just naive. I was drunk with power, and then I did so many things. I did so many crazy things, and I can't tell you the most craziest one. I can't say this one is the most craziest one. I can narrate like almost 5. But in my JS1, there was one senior we had, Otoro. He's a cross river guy. So he was kind of a tough guy. He didn't mind bullying anybody, and then this one. So I was in JS2 then. He was taking his bath. You know, there was this time where water is very hard. Yeah. And water will be very hard to get. So we managed to get a senior who gather buckets and have so many water in the room. And this guy that you passing with your water, he will just collect it. Yeah. So he was taking his bath. He had so many, he had soaped his face, was washing his face, closed his eyes. And in that moment, I saw it as a chance. I didn't have water to bath at that moment. Yeah. So we had blocks. We had, since it was a Catholic school, we had blocks. We had St. Jude block. We had St. Winifred. We had so many other saints in the school. So the block I was on was St. Jude block. Yeah. And then he was bathing at St. Peter's. So I went to St. Peter's bathroom, and then I took the water while he was soaping his face, tried to wash his face. I took the water, I ran to my block, changed it to another bucket, took the bucket and dropped in all scents. We had a block that was all scents. I dropped the bucket there, came back, took my bath, and left for school.
If you don't know, that you do.
No, he didn't know.
But what did he reaction when he discussing what I know there?
He came out naked. By the time he came out and was asking of his water, shouting and everything, I was taking my bath in my own bathroom at St. Jude, and then after I was done, I didn't even care to stay and see how everything ended. But when we came back, they rang an emergency bell, which was with a spoon. They would just drop a spoon on the block, and then anybody that hears you start rushing and coming out. I rushed and came out. They were asking. I was just 2. He was in SS3. Okay, and then everybody was rushing and coming outside, and then I came outside too. They were asking who took the water, who took the water. They even tried to bribe us and say, okay, if you know the person that took the water, we'll give you something. But nobody came out. And then let me go with the second one too. There was a time, a tank fell close to our school, and then there was fuel coming out of it. we went there and packed fuel. In my room, we had so many drinking jerry cans in my room.
Yeah.
And at that moment, everybody poured their water out. We poured water out. We had like almost 5 jerry cans in our room. I was the senior in the room. I had boys, so I ordered them all to go and get the fuel, and I was sleeping on my bed. So I now after this thing happened, I now ask myself, what if the fuel caught fire and they burn or something? All the 5 jerry cans we had in the room were filled with fuel, except one that had water inside. 10 liter that had drinking water inside.
Shit.
And after they brought the fuel, I told them that the 10 liter was meant for me to drink, and that they should go and source for their drinking water somewhere else. So
You wicked.
the last one, I had sit on the same bench watching football with my body master. He was sitting there. He saw me, but immediately he saw me, and then that was the time Chelsea had scored.
Yeah.
So we were celebrating. He saw me, but when he could realize that, it is. They used to call me John Cena in school while we were in school. They used to call me John Cena, call me Sam T. So while he could see that this is John Cena sitting here, I disappeared. I like dodged among the people. I left. When I rushed and came back to the hostels. When he came back to the hostel asking, I swore that I never went anywhere. I'm serious about it.
People are not here now, and the craziest thing when you do for school be that. So you yourself, you want to know say you do for school, why you do put down for comment section? Me was mama here, you want to read.
May my father don't see this, I'll be good boy. May my father don't see him.
Peace out.